go check out what's going on in the shop today. Wow. Good morning
Hey,
to you too.
yeah, good morning. Well, you're wondering what's going on in the shop today?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of hit a wall last week, overdoing it with all the stuff. So we've had a bit of a delay. All the dynos are behind and stuff because I can't even hardly walk, but we're getting through it. Anyway, I'm just warming this car up this morning. We were doing some dyno tuning. I'm waiting on some metering rods coming, but I got the oil hot and everything. They should be here right away. I just tracked them. So this is I believe it's a 74 dart with a big block in it, which is really cool. And what we're doing is the carburetor, we're setting it up on the dyno, making changes to make more power. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And this is what you need to tune one of these. This is an AVS, so Carter AVS carb, which is really cool, old school stuff. These are jets, metering rods, different power valve springs, squirters. So I don't know, I love doing the old school stuff. This should easily be done today. Not sure what kind of power it's going to make. Usually big block Dodges are not the biggest on power, the stock stuff. It does have a bit of a cam, but I don't think there's a whole bunch of modifications done to this engine. Probably out of a smogger vehicle. This car was a 6-cylinder car. I'm not sure, we might have a video on that, or we should do a video highlighting this car.
What is that car?
Well, that's what I said. I think it's a 74 Dart.
Okay.
I believe 74, yeah. Really clean car.
Pretty.
Yeah, very nice car. And then we have the Monte Vet. So I'm not sure where I was last time on it. The other quarter panel is loose. So there's still a couple spot welds in. But what I've done is cut off all the panels except for a few spots to keep it tight together. I got the parts for the door hinges, and when I took them apart, I found out someone had oversized the bushings, and but what they did it with was a die grinder, so the bushings aren't even round in there, so I have to get new door hinges. But what I'm going to be able to do is put the old door hinges back together, line up the doors enough that I can get this quarter panel off. I'll talk to the body shop about that, and they can make sure that everything is straight when they weld the quarter panel on, because I'm just screwing them on. They're going to go to the body shop. I'll do all the sandblasting, get it all fitted, go to the body shop. They're going to pull the quarter off, make sure it's how they want it, finish welding it, and then we're going to do the extra sandblasting that I'm not going to do because my equipment's smaller, and I'll just do the stuff inside here to make sure it's good. I'll let them coat it, and then they're going to epoxy prime it, and it'll come back. So that's going to be a quick stop out of house. That stuff's done. Rick's car, which should have been on the dyno, we ended up needing to do a couple other little small things to it, not a big deal. And I have the oil pump changed in it that drains the turbo, and all the oil mess cleaned up underneath it. And I still have some cars sitting outside, more coming in today and this week, but I unfortunately am way behind, and people are just going to have to understand that. So anyway, here's some advice. Even though you're booked way too heavy, you're going to have to probably disappoint some people in saying that I can't do it, because what's happened is I worked way too many hours, way too long. I let myself go, and my knees are bad from a motorcycle accident, but they really, really went bad, enough to the point where last week I I couldn't actually stand and trust it because my legs were giving out. And so I'm still paying for that one. So gotta take care of yourself a little bit too, right, hon?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Jay gives me heck all the time for that, and I don't listen. So listen to your wife.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So not a whole bunch has changed this week, other than a few dynos are done and out, and we had a dyno probably since last time. It was another big block. It was a duster, 70 duster. But I actually stopped the dyno pulls. We had some carburetor problems, first of all. We had to change the carb. And then I did a pull, seemed totally fine. Went to do another pull. When I started it up, it was making some, it didn't make, I couldn't hear the noise because it's a race car, open headers. But something didn't feel right when I started the pull. So I abandoned. And of course, we got hearing protection on and everything. And the owner of the car, I'm like, something doesn't sound right. I was sitting in the car and he's like, what do you mean? I fired it back up. He walked up to the engine, leaned over the engine and did this right away. So he hasn't dug into the car yet. I think he's kind of disappointed because it was a new build. But I'm not sure what's gone on inside that engine. But luckily, we didn't make more pulls or we would have probably had parts on the floor, which is not a good thing. So nothing really else interesting at all in the shop, but can you think of anything interesting, hun, that happened this week or this last week? Probably not.
Not too much, just lots of trailers coming and going.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jaylene is totally into cars and she knows exactly what goes on with every one of the cars.
I'm a lifelong student in the learning process.
So not much cleaned up. It's messier probably than it was before, but that's my life right now. So anyway, I'm glad that you're watching these videos and keeping up with what's going on in the shop. And I really appreciate people taking the time to watch and comment. And it's actually really cool that there are people that actually care about stuff like this. So I'm enjoying that part of it. Like other than my daughter and my wife and the occasional customer in here gets pretty lonely. So the community that's watching, I really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.